Maybe this will give me a little street cred with my kids. On the other hand, I know the teams tomorrow night at the 8:30 game at Chelsea Piers won't give a rip. First off, I want to say that it is an absolute honor and a privilege to receive this recognition on behalf of the officiating community. I have had so many wonderful and talented partners on the ice, so many unsung heroes of the game, that I hope one day their story will also be heard. This is for them. I mean, I'll keep it at my house, and they can come and visit it every, let's say, blue moon or so. I think the next one is next spring of 19. It is true, I have spent more than 30 years trying to hone and perfect the art of officiating. I know some of you in this room might be saying to yourself, couldn't you give up after maybe 2 or 3? And they might be right. I'd like to believe, though, that the body of my work, both on the ice and off, in the teaching of other officials, has had a positive impact on the way we see, appreciate, and play the game. For this is a game we all love. I have been blessed, very blessed, and fortunate in my hockey life to have been on the ice in some important games. I'd like to thank Hall of Fame member and high school hockey guru Paul McGinnis and his right-hand man Mike Nardello for seeing something in me and giving me a chance to do some big games at a very early point in my career. Maybe I was destined to become an official. My college coach and also official Davey Sloan at Uppsala would always work the officials during the game. People like John Warchel and Vin Godlewski and Joe Hanneback would be harassed by Sloaney throughout the game. It wasn't until later that I found out that after the game they would all go out drinking together at the Landmark. Most everyone here has come to support a child, a brother, an uncle, a friend, and so forth on their induction. They also probably saw them play the game many, many times. I brought with me the closest people in my life on this special day for me and for them. I've done almost 2,000 high school games in my life. I can remember on one hand the amount of games any of them have seen me officiate. I'm not blaming them. I mean, really, how much fun is it to go out there and root for the referee? I can assure you, not much. That is, of course, unless you want to see him fall down or get hit with a puck, or, well, you pick your poison. I do remember my first big game in 1990, state semifinals, Montclair versus Del Barton. Couldn't believe I got the call. I actually invited my best supporter at the time, my mom. She sat there, Menin Arena, first row, right near the Zamboni entrance for the entire game. Who did she root for? Me, I hope. It would take another 12 years for my then young family to come to a game. I really think they just enjoyed crawling all over the seats at the Continental Airline Arena, and I don't think they saw the game at all. That's it. No one comes to watch the ref. No one. Heck, I get it. I hate myself sometimes. I'm so grateful that the hockey community has blessed me with this honor, to be able to share this with my 4 sisters and their husbands, my mom, my wife, Barbara, my kids, Brian, Kat, and Pat, for them to be able to see publicly that necessary evil, that puck dropper, Stripes, the referee, their dad, husband, baby brother, and son, all that hard, wonderful, dangerous, beautiful work has been recognized. I know my dad would also be proud. The other blessing, I get to receive this distinction with my good friend, ally, and peer, Bobby Treevey. He and I have done many, many big games together and have both been in the fight for better conditions for officials and players. I'll leave you with 2 quick, quirky events that I witnessed personally that embody the spirit of standout players and coaches. The first incident happened when Tim Fingerhut from St. Augustine was coaching his Bantam team up in Sportorama. He was not liking how his team was taking the body. He called a timeout, and then he starts motioning for them to give him their sticks. He took all their sticks away from them, He made them go out there for the next face-off. And after about 30 or 4 seconds of chaos and confusion and keep away and more bodies being played, the goalie finally stopped the puck and sticks were returned. Maybe lesson learned. The next encounter occurred during the TOC finals in 1998 between Brick and Seton Hall. Bobby Acropolis was a great sophomore, I believe. Anyway, he gets hurt. He doesn't come out right away for the third period with the rest of the team. A short time into the third, the Zamboni doors fling open, and out skates Bobby. He lines up for a face-off at the blue line. He looks across to maybe Chris Swan or Brandon Doria, and he proceeds to give them a monologue. He says, "You know what? It hurts. But you know what? It doesn't matter. Do you know why? Because I got heart." And truthfully, he did, and he does. I should have been dropping the puck, but I was so spellbound what was coming out of Bobby's mouth that moment has stayed with me all these many years later. My last thought is this. I have had such strong women in my life. My mom, my sisters, my wife, and my daughter. Referees, we don't get all the girls. I'm not sure we get any of the girls. But at the end of the day, we get the right girl. And I know I sure did. Thank you for indulging me. God bless.